Hello, good people of this wicked world, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It feels so good to be in front of a camera recording again. It's been forever. Oh, it literally feels like it's been forever. And yes, I take full responsibility for the time that went by. Yeah, man. Committing to something takes a lot out of you, especially if you are juggling so much on the outside. So I feel like right now I found a really good balance that will then allow me to live my best life and also produce content for my lovely online family members. I missed you so much. Anyway, so for those of you who are new to my channel, you're most welcome. English fails me, guys. You are most welcome. Why does that feel like a tongue twister? Anyway, those of you who are new to my channel, you're most welcome. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Tell your uncles, tell your sisters, tell your brothers, tell your neighbors, tell your pet to tell another pet. You know what I usually say? Tell everyone to rush to my channel and subscribe. And my old family members, welcome back home. I hope you're still telling other people to subscribe, because the Lord is watching you, and I'm also watching you. All right, without further ado, let's get into the video. So I felt that since I haven't spoken to you guys in a while, it was only right for me to kind of give you guys a little update and just talk to you. Like, just talk to you. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk. Let's talk. So that's basically what the video is going to be about. My mind goes to like 105 places at once, so don't be surprised if I touch on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different topics. Yeah, I hope you enjoy hearing me talk. But before I actually even start talking about anything, it's been raining all day, and our estate is kind of flooded right now. So all I wanted to do was sleep, but then I knew that I had to record this. If I didn't record it today, then it wasn't gonna happen at all. So I'm recording, and I'm so proud of myself. So now I was trying to find a place around the house to actually record, and I didn't feel like pushing any furniture around. So I ended up on the couch and just set up everything in front of me. So I noticed that that painting is in my frame. Even though I tried cropping it out, it was close to impossible. So that was a painting that Noel and I did. I think it was sometime last year. It was last year when I came to Nigeria, when we were looking for an apartment. So I think it was the day before I flew back. We went to paint and sip. Was it sip and paint? Sip and paint, yes, sip and paint. So I'm pretty sure you guys can guess which side belongs to me. If you do makeup, you will know how to blend, but I appreciate his effort. And whenever we have people over, he takes credit for my painting, which is fine. It was his idea after all, but... And also, it's not supposed to be as crooked as it is. He hit a nail into the wall, and he tried to align it with the other nail that was already there. So I don't know if he was just off or whatever happened, but that painting has refused to form a proper heart. It looks so crooked. And you know how we like saying love lives here? That looks like a broken heart. It doesn't look it doesn't look normal. But anyway, we will definitely fix that when we buy extra paint and what do they call it? The thing you use to seal up holes, is a wall filler or whatever, to fix it. If not, sellotape is definitely the way to go. All right, so I think I'm done talking about the painting. I want to show you guys something. Isn't this cute? Like, I'm no narcissist, or like I'm not that. I'm not also obsessed with myself, but look at this. Look, this is so cute. And we got another one which is really, really cute. I really, really appreciated it. Like, people think of the cutest gifts for people. So we got this from Noel's friend that also kind of became my friend. We went for his wedding in 2020 and he wasn't able to come to ours, so he then later on came to visit us, and he came bearing gifts, and I love them so much. Like, if I could get more made, I literally would, but I would first have to find a trusted vendor. But yeah, the plan is definitely to have more made. If I could, my mom saw it and she was like, oh, we want one. So now I'm confused, like, should I print one with Noel and I's face on it and give it to them? But that would be kind of weird. I mean, they'll be lying down and it's just our faces next to them. So Noel was like, we should get one with my parents' picture instead, which kind of makes sense. But I don't want to be forgotten, so I want to gift them one. I'll probably put their face on one side and then my face on the other. I don't want to be forgotten. I already live in a different country, so they need something. I don't feel like phone calls are enough. They need me there. They need me present. I refuse to be forgotten. So yeah, now to get into the nitty gritty. So a lot of you guys know that our white wedding was on the 30th of April, our third wedding. And we had so many people asking, like, how many times am I gonna say congratulations to you? Or how many times do you guys get married? Or what event did you guys have last time? We got so many questions. So in the previous videos, I basically explained how it worked. And with us, it kind of seemed stretched out it seemed a lot because it was all stretched out. Yeah, having weddings between two countries isn't exactly something you can pull off overnight, especially if you have to like save up towards this type of thing and whatnot. Unfortunately, I couldn't sell a kidney early enough. I'm joking. I am joking. I'm not into organ harvesting at all. That was a joke. Anyway, so we finally got that done. So yeah, the wedding was beautiful, came and went very, very fast. My family was able to fly in. My friend Seppo also flew in. Hey Seppo! She was also able to fly in. She was my bridesmaid. She came. I tried my level best to give her a taste of what the Lagos nightlife and Lagos life was, and it's safe to say that she enjoyed it. I bet if you go on her Instagram now, you still see that she lived her best life when she was here. So yeah, the wedding came and went by really, really fast. Noel and I kind of decided that we wanted to travel for our honeymoon immediately after the wedding. So I think we flew out, wedding was on the 30th, so we flew out on the 4th. We stayed in Asaba, which is like the town we got married in. We stayed there for like an extra day and then flew back to Lagos on Monday, and then flew out Tuesday, I think. Tuesday? Wednesday? What? We left early. So we then flew to Zanzibar. Guys, the water. I have nothing bad to say about the water except for the fact that it is extremely salty. But it was so fun. We went swimming with dolphins. We went swimming with turtles. We went snorkeling. We were on a jet ski. We went for a sunset boat ride. We went to their LCC, but forgot what it was called. But it was like a national park where they have overly friendly monkeys. Like a monkey was literally posing in the picture, like posing in the frame of the picture. It was really weird. Like there's a picture of me looking extremely terrified because I was scared that thing was gonna pull my wig off, because and if that wig left my head, the construction site under was not anything pretty. So yeah, we went to look at For me, the highlight was jumping into the ocean. When we went for the sunset boat cruise, we already knew that that was an option, but in my mind, I was like, I'm not gonna do this. I can swim, but I would not call myself a fish. I can swim, but I'm not a fish. So we got there and a spirit just hit Noel, and Noel was like, let's jump into the ocean. So I asked the guy, I'm like, how deep is this place? Because the water was no longer light blue, is it turquoise? How do you pronounce that color? Turquoise? It was no longer turquoise, it was really like dark blue. I could not see. Okay, it's the ocean, you can't exactly see the bottom, but it was black. I couldn't see anything. And they were like, it's just 14 feet. I'm like, 14 feet? I should jump into the ocean 14 feet. So after thinking about it and having everyone on the boat go like, oh guys, you should jump in and blah, 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 getting hyped up and all that, I was like, okay, let's do it. So my darling husband decided to put me on the further end, because I always drag him that I'm the better swimmer. So I was like, you're the better swimmer, go that side. So I went and we jumped in. I felt like my soul left my body, because the jump is really, really fast. And then once you enter, you'll float back to the top. Obviously, you have to like flap your feet and all that. But once you enter, you literally go down for a while before coming back up. So it was crazy. How I managed to jump in and swim to the boat is still beyond me. Like, I'm so proud of myself. It was really, really, really cool. I had the best time. And we lived, we decided to stay at Nungwe. Nungwe. That was, I think, the name of the place. It's the northern part of Zanzibar, basically. So we met a tour guide. His name was MJ. Apparently it stood for Michael Jackson. He would literally invite us to parties every single night. There was a party happening every single night. Like, he was basically the plug. And he was also really, really friendly. Although I did not agree with him and a lot of his views on marriage, because that guy is 25 and he plans on having 7 wives by the time he's 30. I don't know how he wants to accomplish that. Good luck to you, MJ. But he was really, really cool. The entire experience was actually very beautiful, because we met a South African couple. Like, they are avid travelers. They love traveling together, love living life. And Noel and I were like, yes, this is what we want for ourselves. So it was really nice. We became friends. We met in the pool. We refused to get out of the pool, even though like 7 o'clock was the cutoff time. Once we got out of the pool, we were like, let's go for a party, because unfortunately we met them on their last day. Like, we had just gotten there and then they were leaving. So we went to a party, exchanged numbers afterwards. It was really, really cool. We're still in contact till today, so you guys should definitely travel more. It gives you an opportunity to meet people from different backgrounds, and you kind of start appreciating people even more, because you find beauty in difference. So it was really cool, because we're all foreigners. We're all foreigners in a foreign country. So if you didn't talk to us, who are you going to talk to? Exactly. So it was really, really nice. We spent most of our time in water. And then the weirdest thing happened. Like, okay, granted, I had sunscreen on and I was always in water. Imagine me being as dark as I am, getting sunburned. It did not make any sense. I was so dark after that trip. Even my mom called and she's like, sure, what happened to you? I'm like, I don't know how to explain it, but I got sunburned. But it was definitely the best. Basically the best honeymoon. I can't say it's the best honeymoon because I have nothing to compare it to, but for me, my standards, it was good. It was good. From there, me being the tag along that I literally am, and I am proud of it. So Noel had to go to Rwanda, Kigali, for like a work/leisure trip. So they had a renewable energy conference, and I was like, I can't fly back alone. So from Zanzibar, we then flew back to Ethiopia because we went by Ethiopian Airways. We flew back to Ethiopia, and then Ethiopia branched by, was it Congo or Burundi, one of those countries, and then reached Kigali. So when we got to Kigali, we stayed at Radisson Blu. Really, really beautiful. The only thing I regret not doing in Kigali was swimming in their pool, because they had a really beautiful pool area, but the water was so cold. Like, Kigali is colder than I thought it would be, which just gave me Namibian winter vibes, because I was like, I don't like winter. I never enjoyed winter in Namibia, and I'm coming to meet winter in the east. No, I didn't enjoy that. But other than that, Kigali is so beautiful. It's so quiet, so clean. Well, I'm speaking on the parts that I saw. So clean, extremely safe. Like, you literally have security guards on every corner. There was a day we went clubbing, the day before we flew out, and Noel and I took a stroll from the club to the hotel because it wasn't far. And we literally saw girls walking, like, that was around 2 a.m. walking on their own and all that. Like, that's how safe it is. And honestly, I wish the whole world was that safe for an average female. Like, I shouldn't have to be scared to walk from one place to the next. I shouldn't have to be scared that, yeah, something would happen to me or anything like that. So I was really impressed as to how safe the place was and how clean and well kept, and the amount of sanity people have. You know, in Nigeria, you literally, when you're driving, you literally feel like bad guys are deliberately trying to get hit or trying to hit you that's driving the car. In Kigali, the bikers were literally far from the cars. Like, they gave you your space and you give them their space. That's how organized it was. Another thing is they take COVID really seriously. Like, we went there in May and we had to get tested before flying in. We had to get tested upon arrival. We had to get tested when we were leaving again. So it was interesting. It was interesting, but you can't hate. You can't hate them. I mean, cases are rising right now, so rather be safe than sorry. Another interesting thing that we did is we went to visit the Genocide Museum, and it is, let me just say, it is one of the most, let's just say it's one of the memories I'll basically carry with me. Like, it was that impactful, because upon getting there, they play a video which basically gives you a background on what happened, and then you read that, yes, it happened in 1994, and to me that is extremely recent, because people born in 1994 are like, what, 28 right now, so they are practically still kids. And you read about the amount of people that passed away, that were killed, and people turning on each other, turning on neighbors, turning on best friends, you being punished you being punished for being friends with a specific tribe or being married to a specific tribe. It was, guys, the heart of man is wicked. So upon watching the video, out of respect, we're not allowed to take videos or pictures. You could take pictures and whatnot outside, but inside the museum was a big no-no, which I understood. It's out of respect for the dead and all that, and people's families, like our families' history is literally there. Like, show them some respect. So when we entered the museum, we read, saw clips and whatnot. It was a very interesting experience for me. And if there's one thing I really liked and appreciate, and appreciated the most about the museum is they were very inclusive of world and African history. Like wherever a genocide happened, they had recorded it and it was out there on display for you to read. And yeah, it was there for you to read, so you're well informed. I mean, I saw information on the Jews. Hitler was there. Things that he did. There was information on Namibia, the genocide on the Hereros. It was really interesting because I literally did this history in school, so it was really nice to see that everyone that actually visits the museum gets a little taste of what I learned, or what Namibians went through, what Germans went through, what the Jews went through. So it was really informative. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then once we got out, we went to look at the mass graves and all that. It was really sad. Like, even though I did not know any of them, you kind of just feel the atmosphere. It's quite sad, it's quite depressing, and you have family members going to visit the graveyard still today, and you could just tell that it was still very, very fresh. But on some of you that want to visit Rwanda, I would definitely advise you guys to go, because their people are extremely nice. Like, from people in the highest positions to the lowest, everyone was extremely nice. I remember room service, a girl, and I remember her name, Christine. She came in and I had ordered room service the previous night. So it came with a rose. She had literally like tore up the little petals and wrote like a very beautiful message on the bed. I just can't remember what exactly she wrote, but it was so sweet. And then she called me and she's like, how do you like it? I'm like, it's so nice, thank you. Because she could have just thrown it away, but she didn't. So it was really, really nice. So that eventually came to an end. I got to meet a lot of Noel's colleagues. All of them are really cool, down to earth, so I enjoyed myself thoroughly. Upon coming back to Nigeria, a part of me was kind of depressed, because you can't go on holiday and then you come back and then reality now starts kicking in, because you're like, okay, now we are married, so there's monthly bills, there's saving up, you can't spend recklessly, there's this, there's that. Like, we kind of had to like blend into, you are married now, you are grown. Kind of had to blend into that, but I would say we've been pretty successful in that department. One weird thing is I don't know, for some weird reason, I thought that once we got back, it would just get really boring. And he'll be busy with work, I'll be busy with work. He works from home, so it's me basically waking up in the morning, going to the office, coming back at 5, cook food, eat and sleep, and blah, blah, blah. But I was actually wrong. Like, one thing I fear in this life is routine. I would not survive if I have to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. It gets boring, really boring. So we've been trying our level best to kind of keep it excited and exciting and all that. So I'm pretty psyched about it. Yeah, that's basically what's been happening. And I know it's been we came back on the 20th of May. So once we got back, we just had to settle in, had to get everything organized and kind of remind ourselves that yes, all the friends that you were busy ignoring during your honeymoon, you have to reach out to them, because you're back to reality. You kind of need them now again. That sounds really evil, but yeah, came back to reality. When it comes to, I basically had a lot of misconceptions when it came to marriage, and I spoke about one being life becomes a complete routine, like you do the same thing over and over again. And I've come to realize that that's actually a decision that people make. You can choose to be boring, you can choose to have fun. That's totally up to you, but it is a choice that people make. Another thing, misconception that I probably had about marriage is you keep learning. You keep learning. Yeah, man, it feels like school that just doesn't end, which is actually quite beautiful for me, because imagine if I knew everything about Noel. I knew what time he eats breakfast and what time he needs to exhale, and he should shock me at times. He should shock me, let him have breakfast at 12 in the night or whatever. Shock me like that. Shock me. I've come to learn about how petty we both are. Oh my gosh, just like we are extremely petty. If I do something to him, it's like nah, revenge. Revenge, which then makes me want to also take revenge when he does it to me. So it's a fun cycle. It's petty things. Please do not do this thing of, oh, you ate my last slice of cake, I'm going to cheat on you. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you ate my last piece of cake, so I'm going to take the biggest piece of meat in the pot the next day. Those type of things. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm still kind of learning. Okay, so moving on to the news. The news that I mentioned that I have earlier in the video. If you were listening, then you would know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying, man. MC Vic, that will probably be my rap name. Anyway, so the news that I wanted to introduce is, I don't know how many of you actually read the description when it comes to my videos or the general content that I'll be posting, but I would like to introduce, should I call it a series or more of a segment, where I would have different people come onto the channel with me and basically talk to you guys or talk to me about different aspects of life, because I know it gets boring to only hear from one side. It gets boring to only hear from one side like continuously. So I figured that it would be interesting to have my different people over, different friends, new friends, colleagues, family members just come on, and we basically tackle different topics. Tackle different topics, which I feel would be very helpful to a lot of people. Will be very helpful to a lot of people out there. And I kind of want to be very strategic when inviting certain people. Like, I want to, let's say, if I want to talk about finances today, the first person that will come to mind is Noel, because that's his sector. So if I'm gonna have someone on the show talking about on the segment talking about a specific topic, I would want you, my viewers, to basically get out as much as you can. And yes, basically hope that it grows from there. I'm super excited. Basically planning the groundwork for it right now. So as soon as everything is good to go, who knows, it might just be my next video. Yeah, so that basically brings me to the end of the video. Thank you guys for listening in, giggling and frowning, whatever I said. It's definitely been fun talking to you guys. I really missed it. You guys are like my therapists. I just sit in front of you and talk about my life. And yeah, you guys basically advise me in the comment section. So yeah, this to me is kind of very therapeutic and also really fun. All right, before I continue saying absolutely nothing, thank you guys for watching the entire video. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Yo, I don't know how they beatbox, but yeah, The beat is, I can hear the beat in my head. But yeah, please do that. If you enjoyed my video, please tell a friend to tell another friend, and I promise to continue pushing out the best content. Peace out, guys. Whoa, I feel really gangster today.